Buddhism. Where is Buddhism practiced? Buddhism started in present-day Nepal. It is currently popular in Southeast Asia in countries such as Mongolia, China, Thailand, and Cambodia. There are currently 500 million followers worldwide, making up 7% of the world's population. This map shows the countries who have a large number of Buddhists. Please note that the countries in Southeast Asia are strongly influenced by Buddhist teachings. There are 1.2 million Buddhists in the U.S., most of whom live in two states, Hawaii and California. There are different types of Buddhists, such as Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. The history of Buddhism. Buddhism was started roughly 2,500 years ago. It grew very slowly until an Indian emperor made Buddhism the official religion in India in about 250 BCE. As this map shows, Buddhism spread across the continent of Asia as a result of communities trading and sharing ideas with one another. The founders of Buddhism. Siddhartha Gautama was known as the Buddha and was born into a royal family in Nepal. At age 29, he realized that wealth and riches did not bring him happiness, so he explored different teachings of religions and philosophies of the time period to find the key to happiness. After 6 years of study, he found the middle path brought him enlightenment. Then, the Buddha spent the rest of his life teaching the principles of Buddhism called Dhamma, or truth. The major tenets, or beliefs, of Buddhism. Some people do not consider Buddhism to be a religion because it's not focused on a worship of a god. Instead, it could be considered a philosophy or a way of life. The Buddhist lifestyle can be summed up as leading a moral or honorable life, being mindful and aware of thoughts and actions, and developing wisdom and understanding. The basic concepts of Buddhism can be summed up by the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. The Four Noble Truths of Buddhism. 1. All living things can suffer. 2. The cause of this suffering is craving. 3. This suffering is gone during nirvana when people let go of their cravings. And 4. People can reach nirvana through slow training and the following of the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path of Buddhism. One of the Buddha's principal teachings was the Eightfold Path, which describes the path to reaching nirvana. The Eightfold Path calls for the right understanding of Four Noble Truths. 2, right thinking or understanding the right path in life. 3, the right livelihood, which is to support yourself without harming others. 4, the right conduct, to behave according to Buddhist ideas. 5, the right speech, which is no lying, no criticism, no condemning, and no harsh language. 6, the right mindfulness, to become aware of your body, your mind, and your feelings. 7, the right effort is to promote good thoughts and defeat evil thoughts. And 8 is the right concentration, to meditate, to get to a higher state of consciousness. The practices of Buddhism. Buddhists attempt to get rid of all personal possessions and focus on meditation and concentration to achieve their goal of nirvana, a complete lack of wanting. Buddhist temples, such as the one you see here, are often designed in the pagoda style with flared roof lines. Buddhists often display a statue of the original Buddha in their temples. However, Buddha was human, and they do not worship these statues as a symbol of God. Instead, the statue of Buddha is meant as a reminder that Buddha was a person looking for enlightenment, and worshippers can do the same thing. The text of Buddhism. The Tripitaka is the central text of Buddhism. It outlines 227 rules for Buddhist monks to follow. In addition, there are over 2,000 other writings called sutras that inform Buddhists. The influences of Buddhism. For over 2,000 years, Buddhism has influenced Asian culture in literature, philosophy, morality, arts, architecture, and religion. As a result, Buddhism and its teachings can be found everywhere in Eastern culture. In a world that's very focused on material goods, such as new phones, cars, or clothes, Buddhism teaches that happiness can be found without these things. Conclusion. Buddhism is a way of life that focuses on behavior. The goal of Buddhism is to reach nirvana, absolute freedom from want. Buddhists seek to avoid desiring material possessions, such as the latest clothes or gadgets. Instead, they get joy from meditation, calmness, and peaceful behavior. Buddhism is not necessarily a religion, because Buddhism focuses on a behavior, not a God.